downs. I don't think that we're going to watch the play clock and try to snap the ball under 5 seconds on every play, because I like us getting into a rhythm ourselves, and they've got several two-way players. So I think if we can play with a little bit of tempo, we're not going to play super fast, we're not going to play super slow. But, yeah, if we can get first downs, and the ultimate thing is if you score every time you have the football, you should be in good shape. So it's not necessarily how slow or how fast we play, it's that we're productive when we have the ball. And I think that's going to be important for us. Certainly it's going to be important for them. It wouldn't surprise me if it was we have the ball 5 times, they have the ball 5 times, and it's who can score the most out of those 5. And it's really going to come down to that, I think.
All right, so just number one key each side of the ball.
Defensively tackling. If we tackle well, I think we win. I really do. If we after the game at 9:30, we're thinking, man, we probably missed 20 tackles, I don't think that we've won the football game. So got to tackle well, and then offensively turning the football over. If we turn it over, we're going to struggle. And, it seems like we talk about this every game, but we've had a kind of a bug, and we turned the ball over on the first play of possessions. And we did that against them the first time on our first play on their own, or on our own 20. We can't do that. If we do that and give them short fields, they're going to beat us.
All right, it is Mishawaka and Elkhart Central Sectional Championship game. Keith Kinder, thanks as always. Good luck. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.
You're listening to Mishawaka Cavemen Football on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
We'll keep your car running, we'll keep your motor humming, knocking on a motor repair.
Hi, I'm Mike Borowski, manager of Chinaki Automotive Repair. Winter's coming. Pay $29.95 for an oil change, tire rotation, and multi-point inspection. Normally $59.95. Book today at ChinakiAuto.com.
Chinaki Automotive Repair. Personal service, professional results.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you pavement football. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are honored to work on upgrading their facilities, including historic Mishawaka High School. At Midland, we take pride in being part of our community, whether it's our annual Fallen Heroes Community Service Award with the South Bend Cubs or working with other local charities and nonprofit organizations. Midland and its employees are committed to enhancing the quality of life in Michiana. Midland Engineering Company, a community partner for nearly 100 years. Visit midlandengineering.com.
Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is giving back to the community. With our Zolman's Student Citizenship Award, Zolman's is giving away $1,000 to 6 high school seniors. That's $1,000 each. You must be a high school senior with at least a 3.0 GPA and must be planning on going to any higher education after high school. You must also attend a high school in St. Joseph, Elkhart, Cass, or Berrien County. Simply go to ZolmanTire.com and fill out the online application form today.
Live at Rice Field in Elkhart as we get closer to the sectional championship game between the Mishawaka Cavemen and the Elkhart Central Blue Blazers. We'll get to the starting lineups for tonight's game. Of course, they are brought to you by Bonnie Doon. Bonnie Doon closed for the season last Friday during that sectional semifinal. Was your last chance to get to Bonnie Doon, but missed it. Great supporter of Mishawaka Athletics, and of course, they'll be back in the spring once things open up once again. Here are your starting lineup. First for the Cavemen defensively at a cornerback, a 5'10 junior, Devon Parker. His opposite corner is 6'2", 165-pound senior, Devin Jimenez. Now, it's going to be a little bit different look tonight defensively. Donovan Snyder is going to come down from the safety spot playing outside linebacker, so technically still a safety, but he'll be outside. Connor Addison is going to move back a little bit more and play more safety, at least to start off tonight. J.T. Thomas, 6'2", senior at will linebacker, who had 5 tackles for loss in the win over Elkhart Memorial last week. 6'2", senior jack linebacker, Nick Davis, the other linebacker in the middle. The leading tackler with 54 stops and 7 tackles for loss this season is Derek Dawson. On the defensive front, 6'2", sophomore Bo Brown. Eggensdorfer and T.J. Rux, a senior defensive end, and we'll probably see a few other guys rotate in and out, like Joe Willis, Austin Mangrum, Garrett Sandifer, all those different guys. We'll see some different looks, as at least initially it sounds like they're going to start off with more of a 3-4 look defensively. For Elkhart Central, offensively, 5'11" junior wide receiver Jacob Holt. Senior quarterback Isaiah Chandler, 6'3", 205 pounds. He has passed for nearly 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He was 8 of 17 against Mishawaka earlier this season. 6-foot senior tailback Mark Brownlee, 1,885 yards. The average is 8 yards a carry, 29 touchdowns. Ran for 307 last week. A season low 138 against Mishawaka in the first meeting. Elkhart Central has won the coin toss, and they will defer to the second half. Dominic Davis, 5'5" slot receiver, the senior, who will run the ball, catch 632 yards rushing, as well as 336 receiving. So up around just shy of 1,000 all-purpose yards. And Roderick Ballard, the junior wide receiver, as well. Sean Holman, Jacob Summer, Steve Davis, Jonathan Decker, and Corey Warlick, the offensive line for Elkhart Central. So that's what the starting lineups look like, give or take, because, again, we're going to probably see some different bodies out there. Your School City of Mishawaka pregame show. Side of the mascot on the other. Mishawaka road white, maroon numbers, maroon helmet, white numbers, and a stripe down the middle on the helmet. So we are ready to get things going as Elkhart Central will kick from our left to our right. Here to start things out, it is Milan Brisk and Devon Parker back deep for Mishawaka as we await the official signal to get things going a little bit past 7 o'clock here at Rice Field. A cool night, but great early November night for high school sectional championship football with Count Bovenkirk and Vince D'Addario. I'm not sure what we're waiting on, do you?
Well, we're waiting on the ref to kind of saunter back where he needs to be. He's certainly taking his time.
Take your time.
And the cold weather, it's rough on those.
I want to move around a little bit quicker.
You would think, but
So now here is the kick, long and end over end. It is going to be taken by Parker back at the 10-yard line to the right side, zips up and gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So it'll be good starting field position for Mishawaka at the 32. Nice artificial turf field here, Rice Field in Elkhart. You can see the hash mark beautifully. Rules. They absolutely should. I would not disagree with that. Drew Mason is going to start as the fullback. It will be Donovan Snyder on the left wing. A couple of yards up across the 35-yard line.
39.
Wow.
Got 6 yards on first down.
He got a lot of yards on first down.
All night.
Absolutely. So a big gain on first down by the fullback, Drew Mason, who came into the night, 501 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns this season. So the good pickup on first down. Makes it 2nd and 4, and the pitch play goes to the right side. It is Donovan Snyder who takes it up close to the 48-yard line, and he'll have a first down brought to you by Kevin Funtz of First Midwest Mortgage.
6 yards on first down, 8 yards on second down. Right a better script.
A couple of chunks picked up as Snyder again starts off on the wing. We'll likely see him at fullback at some point. Justin Fisher, the Mishawaka quarterback, 1,081 yards and 11 touchdowns coming into the night. First and 10 Cavemen from their own 48-yard line. Motion by Fowler. The give is to Mason, who plunges across the 50 and up to the Elkhart Central 48-yard line.
Elkhart Central 6 minus 10, 5 yards.
Keith Kinder was telling me that the first time these two teams played, Central was doing a lot of shifting around just from play to play to try to confuse Justin Fisher, and it worked at times, but he said that they've, based on watching some film, they think they have a better grasp on maybe what to expect here tonight when Fisher gets to the line of scrimmage and sees the look. Second down and a long 6 for Mishawaka, and a collision in the backfield as Fisher turned the hand to Mason. Mason pushed him forward, so get a couple of yards out of it, but fortunately they held on to the football as he takes it up to the 47-yard line.
Somebody thought they were running veer. Fullback thought was running midline. Right? Fullback. That time they had tight end and twin far side field. So just one side.
They've been running with that third tackle, Wyatt Sellers, as tight end. So
they'll put two receivers out to the left side on third down and 5. The veer to the right goes to Mason. He gets across the 45 to the 44-yard line, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down and 2 as the fullback Mason gets the nose of the football right to the 44-yard line.
Offense stays on the field. In the place territory.
Justin Fisher standing and looking to the far sideline. Jarvis Delp will be the split end to the right side. Fisher comes behind center. Mason behind him in the backfield. Snyder started out a motion from the left wing and a jump by Elkhart Central into the neutral zone. The hard count by Fisher, and Mishawaka will get the first down from Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage, on the 5-yard offside penalty.
We could see up here that the defense end broke the neutral zone, but was second that flag out.
Just under 9 to play in the opening quarter. First and 10 Mishawaka at the Elkhart Central 39. The Cavemen with the first possession of the game. And again, they won the first meeting between these two on this same field back on September 28th, 22-17. Fisher under center. It'll be Mason in the backfield. Motion by Snyder. The follow by Fisher goes to the right, then cuts it back into the middle. And Fisher takes it all the way up to the 26-yard line where it's another Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage, first down for the Cavemen.
They did a great job. They did the fullback, play fullback, and then Fisher out just goes one gap farther that pack left. Got it right.
They have a defensive line. Sean Holman, 14 tackles for loss. Jonathan Decker, 10.5. Linebacker Will Branch with 8 tackles for loss. Two standards up there. Veer to the left side as Drew Mason turns the legs and crosses the 25 to the 24-yard line. Another solid pickup on first down for the Cavemen.
Mr. Buck does a great job. If you're going to play a run with slide, there's 4 front.
The offense stands and looks to the line of scrimmage. A gain of almost 3 yards on first down. It looked like he got a little bit more than he did.
When you mentioned the tackle for loss, Don, against this offense, it's very, very difficult to tackle for loss. Almost that your advantage.
Second down, and that scissor play goes to Snyder. He doesn't get much as Snyder just gets back to the line of scrimmage. He came off the left halfback spot and then crossed behind Fisher and went to the right. It's going to be third down and long.
Jonathan Decker, 6'5", 55, blocked, but did not move. And he was able to make the play.
It'll be third down and 8 for the Cavemen. Football centered. Not quite centered, but inside the right hash mark anyway, between the hashes. But third down and 8 now coming up for with Mason in the backfield. Motion Snyder. The pitch play goes to Snyder around the right with a lane. Has a first down. Trips up as he crosses the 15. The Cavemen with another first down. The pitch play to the right side to Donovan Snyder. First down from Kevin Hutt, the first Midwest Mortgage.
Their fourth first down.
On the move, the Mishawaka Cavemen. 6:33 to play in quarter number 1. Mishawaka on the opening drive has first and 10 at the Elkhart Central 12-yard line.
Time they got it down the pitch. Both big gainers.
Snyder on the left wing, Fowler on the right wing. Snyder goes, motion, Fisher's going to keep it, kick to the right, still up the middle. Fisher on his feet across the goal line. He takes the defender with him. Touchdown, Mishawaka with 6:10 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, that follow play again. Take two bases up the middle. Take it one hole wider. Good blocking up front. Has one man deep. Went 12 yards. Good touchdown.
12-yard touchdown run by Justin Fisher. That is his 12th touchdown run of his sophomore season. Connor George is on to attempt the extra point for Mishawaka. After the placement, the kick is on the way, and it is good. 7-0. Mishawaka leads Elkhart Central with 6:10 to play in the first quarter. The Blue Blazers will have the football for the first time after we take this time out on 96.1 WSBT, the Sports.
Beyond the Cave is a special partnership between Mishawaka Education Foundation and School City of Mishawaka to help School City students explore the plan for career education options following high school. In the Beyond the Cave Center, trained volunteers assist students and their parents to explore careers in post-secondary education and to succeed in applying for admission and scholarships. Contact the Mishawaka High School Guidance Department to schedule an appointment for you and for your School City students today. Learn more at mishawakaedu.org.
11-play, 67-yard touchdown drive for the Mishawaka Cavemen as we get set to see Elkhart Central take the football for the first time. The kick from Connor George, low and line drive. It will bounce. It'll be taken at the 16-yard line by Ambrose. Spots the opening and ends up taking it all the way up to the 34. Vinny Ambrose, the wide receiver, captain for the Cavemen with the return. So for Elkhart Central, it'll be Mark Brownlee in the backfield behind Chandler, the quarterback, and they'll put three receivers in the formation. First and 10, Central from its own 34. And let's see what Mishawaka is able to do defensively. They come out with that three-down look, three-down linemen, four linebackers. The run goes up the middle to Brownlee. He's going to gain a yard. That's going to be it. 2nd and 9.
Now, Mishawaka's going to open with a 3-4 front and behind.
2nd down and 9. And again, Mark Brownlee, 1,885 yards, 29 touchdown runs, a brisk 307-yard touchdown performance last week against Concord. The motion all over the place to go from left to right. The snap and the handoff goes to Brownlee to the right. He'll get a couple of yards this time as he falls forward. J.T. Thomas was there to make the stop, one of the linebackers for the Cavemen, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Good gang tackling. That's what Kinder talked about the other night. Interview on the down. That's a lot of.
They're going to stack
people around the ball.
They're going to stack 4 receivers to the right. They go a screen pass to Brownlee, and Brownlee is going to be tackled. Nick Davis swarms in on him. Nick Davis makes the stop on Brownlee. He made the catch behind the 3 receivers. Gets Brownlee. It'll lose yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 13 for Elkhart Central.
Going to put a little diamond out here in front of us. The idea was going to run a little quick screen, a wide screen, but those guys got blocked.
It is part of the equation.
Well, there's only one guy to block, and they missed the one guy.
Yeah. Really had them outnumbered. They had to play it. Got it blocked.
The punt from Elkhart Central is going to roll to a stop back at the Mishawaka 38-yard line. So great defense as Brownlee touches the ball all 3 plays on Elkhart Central's first drive. And Brownlee does have, that's his 15th catch. He came into the night with 188 receiving yards, and he lost at an point. 6.
Yep.
It ended up being 6-yard loss on that screen pass to Brownlee, and Mishawaka leading 7-0 will get the football back at its own 38-yard line. Mason will be the fullback. Donovan Snyder on the wing, and Fisher is going to pitch it to him, and a whistle at the ball will give Mishawaka 5 yards. That's the second offside on Central tonight. First one converted a clear. One in the sectional championship game. Last time Mishawaka won on Rice Field was 2003.
Wow.
They have won 16 consecutive meetings over Elkhart Central, dating back to 2005. Played a handful of times in sectionals over the years. First down and 5, and the handoff goes to Mason. He'll take it all the way up to the 50-yard line. Andrew Mason picks up first.
Been effective running the ball up the middle. That looks like a little trap. They've had success. Quarterback follow.
Here, right wing is Ethan Fowler. Justin Fisher, behind center, as Fisher will keep it and roll to the right, or no.
Free play. Wanted to pitch the ball, but in that instance, Snyder, the pitch was covered and did a wide. Now they're moving it back.
Oh, wow.
Big ball. Lost about 9.
I'm surprised about that. How do you not give him the forward progress that he has before he was pushed back?
See where contact made, unless the rope.
It's all the way back to the 31, where it's second down and 19. Fisher's going to roll left, and he will pitch it. Taking the pitch, Donovan Snyder cuts upfield. The flag comes down at the end of the play as Snyder takes it up to the 47.
They may be calling a late hit here.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the flag came out.
Right.
Hold.
Wow.
Oh. It was a late flag hold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
One, especially when you looked at what was around the plate. So it'll be a hold on the Cavemen, and it's going to push them backwards. So they started off the drive just like they ended the first one. Central is going to decline the penalty.
All right.
And it will be third down and 13 for the. Well, no, they are going to mark it up.
The play gained 6 yards.
Confused a few times.
Play gained 6, then the flag came out, and I understand the flag actually out at home.
Donovan Snyder is going to be the fullback. Fisher dropping back to throw. Got a screen set up underneath. Snyder with the catch. 40, takes it up to the 45. They don't get a whole lot, something that we haven't seen from Mishawaka this year, but the screenplay does get them some yards. Still going to be 3rd and long, though.
Right. I think they're going to be down around 46, where they're going to say he went down and fumbled it. Hard to say.
Yeah, if they count as fumble, it's actually about a 3-yard advantage for the Cape.
Yeah, they do. They give him the 47-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 13. This is back where they were before. Donovan Snyder will be the fullback again. 2 wings. Back to throw is Fisher. Long fade to the right side and just over the outstretched arms of Devon Parker, who doesn't play offense very much. Just a little bit long with that throw, and Mishawaka's going to have to punt. Cavemen leading 7-0. The clock stops at 1:46 to play in the first quarter. It'll be Mishawaka to punt for the first time as Vinny Ambrose goes back deep, free safety.
I'll tell you what, John, that is not a terrible play call there. Because obviously you're in 3rd mile and not where Mishawaka wants to be. They're just throwing it up to one of their athletes. If that ball's a little bit shorter, he's still running into the end zone because he had about a 5-yard push. All set done.
Snap Connor George is away. Ambrose will want to bounce at 22, and it is going to be down at the 12-yard line by Parker. I'm not sure why he dove on
because
that.
it went off of the receiver.
Oh, did it touch Ambrose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mishawaka is actually going to recover the fumble. That's why he dove on it.
Yeah.
I thought he was just downing it. Ambrose did not get away. It goes off him. It goes off the punt returner on the bounce, and Mishawaka is going to have the football at the central 12-yard line.
Yeah, if it hit the receiver, it hit him on the backside. I did not see a beanbag from outside the fish, which would indicate that cut. But
who recovered? Devon Parker. Was it Parker? Yeah, that's what I was saying. He dove. I thought he was just downing the football. And I'm thinking, well, it's still rolling. Why are you downing it? But it did touch Ambrose. All right, so Mishawaka football leading 7-0 with 1:38 to play in the first quarter. They get the football on the punt at the central 12-yard line. Fisher under center, now pulls away, and the play clock expires. Did they get a timeout called first? No, they did. It's going to be delay a game on Mishawaka.
that is fast. That was 40.
They were barely back at the line of scrimmage, it seemed like.
Well, first of all, you got to those situations. You got to get off on set the ball.
Then you run the clock.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
I think that's what they're dead ball. I think that's what they're talking about down there, right? I don't know that they're in agreement.
I don't think they are. I think that clock got started a little early. I agree with you, Coach. There was no way that was 25 seconds to start the play.
Yeah. It's 25 seconds. Maybe after the ball was fumbled, certainly not have lost.
Right. Because it's a turnover.
Yep.
It's a change of possession.
You have to file off. Get out. Get side, and then
waving it off.
And that's right call.
Good call.
Yep.
Minute 33 to play in the first quarter. Mishawaka on top 7-0, so it'll still be 1st and 10 from the Elkhart Central 12-yard line.
Number second clock.
Mason is the fullback. Fisher is going to keep it himself as he goes around to the right. Fisher up across the 5-yard line to the 4. A pickup of 8 yards for the quarterback, Justin Fisher, who's already scored a touchdown tonight. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Cavemen.
While we're on the 40-second clock, my understanding that it has been approved by the Federation. Also, trials.
2nd and 2, Mishawaka from the central 4-yard line. Fisher under center. Fowler goes in motion. Mason takes the handoff as he goes left of center, down close to the 1 1-yard line where it looks like it's a first down. No, I guess not.
Looks like all landed on that, too.
They're going to say 3rd and inches.
Well, now they're going to talk about it.
Oh, my goodness.
The stick, the down marker part.
Right.
Yeah,
pretty simple, right?
There's a lot wrong with that. For one, are they even going to measure? Why does it take an act of Congress to get a measurement?
Not an act of Congress, it's an act of 5 guys.
Well, they've decided to measure. Here we go. And from up here, it looks like very clearly that it is first down.
Yep. So this first, that's bad angle.
We do. We have a great angle. I'll give you that.
The chain is stretched, and it is
short.
Just short of the first down. All right. It'll be 3rd down and inches.
In the old days, on the outside, how we down far.
Fisher on the quarterback, sneak into the end zone behind Ethan Sargent. Touchdown, Cavemen. They made it simple that time. The touchdown by Justin Fisher, his second of the night. The Cavemen lead 13-0 with the extra point coming. Gunnar George, the extra point, high snap, placement down, kick is good. 14-0. Mishawaka leads. So the Cavemen get a big break, recovering the fumble on that punt. They need just 3 plays to punch it into the end zone and lead 14-0 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Back with kickoff after this on WSBT.
Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is given back to the community. With our Zolman Student Citizenship Award, Zolman's is giving away $1,000 to 6 high school seniors. That's $1,000 each. You must be a high school senior with at least a 3.0 GPA and must be planning on going to any higher education after high school. You must also attend a high school in St. Joseph, Elkhart, Cass, or Berrien County. Simply go to ZolmanTire.com and fill out the online application form today.
Mishawaka leads Elkhart Central, the second touchdown of the first quarter for quarterback Justin Fisher. Is that a 3-yard run or a 2-yard run?
Officially,
okay. Because of the spot. Now an onside kick. Who's got it? Central manages to pounce on it. Mishawaka with an onside kick, trying to get Elkhart Central by surprise after getting the big break on that punt already, but Central recovers. Oh, it looks like
no, it didn't. It looked like it was a one-man show.
Yeah. Pass over the middle is high and nearly intercepted. Hunter Addison nearly with an interception. As again, he's back playing safety. He's the rover in this defense. They've got him playing deeper with Donovan Snyder playing up at a linebacker spot. Section Central.
Tried to throw a little dig route. Ball was.
Pitch play comes to Brownlee to the right side. Brownlee looking for a block, pushed out of bounds by Devon Parker on the near side. Brownlee will pick up close to 4 yards, it looks like, and it'll be 3rd down and 6.
That was a good job there by Parker to stand up the receiver just wait for the ball to get out to him. Sweep play, he just shed the receiver and bounced. Really great stuff.
3rd down and 7 coming up. Chandler behind center. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Brownlee takes the hand up, comes up the middle, cuts across from right to left, and has first down yardage just short of the Mishawaka 40-yard line.
Central gave strip for the field. Walk in of cell. Walk linebacker.
Chandler from the shotgun will hand it to Brownlee. Started inside, popped outside, now cuts back across to the right. Cuts back into the middle once again and is finally wrapped up down around the 22-yard line as Brownlee, who was bottled up a little bit early, is marching Central downfield once again.
On that ball, yeah.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter, with Mishawaka leading 14-0. The two teams will change ends of the field. That'll work out well for me.
Yes, it will.
14-0. Mishawaka leads Central after one quarter. This is Mishawaka Cape football on 96.1 WS.
Rossini.
Rossini's.
Rossini. Rossini's Pizza. Every Rossini's Pizza is carefully made with homemade dough and the freshest ingredients. Plus, Rossini's has added to their sandwich lineup, now serving a tender and delicious Chicago-style Italian pizza and fresh bread, complete with au jus, pepperoncini, or hot giardiniera peppers on request. Try one today. Visit RossiniCarryout.com for downloadable coupons. Rossini Pizza. Carry out pizza and sandwiches you're proud to bring home. Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka, across from Beager School. Open daily at 4.
Hey, sports fans, Kevin Putz here with First Trust Professional. With the purchase market slowing down a bit, now is the perfect time to look into refinancing your existing mortgage. Take advantage of increased property values and declining interest rates, consolidate debt, eliminate PMI, home improvements, or look at lowering your term to 20 or 15 years. Call today to see how easy it can be. I'm Kevin Putz, and let me put my to for you. Call today, 287-1152.
Kevin Putz, First Midwest Mortgage, NMLS number 127733.
Start of the second quarter, Mishawaka leading 14-0. Elkhart Central driving, 1st and 10 from the Mishawaka 22-yard line. Chandler from the shotgun will hand it to Brownlee, runs to the right. Brownlee will be tackled as he gets to the 20 to the 19-yard line. Looks like Derek Thompson jumped on his back over there.
Played by Dawson.
Mishawaka linebackers trying to keep elusive Mark Brownlee in check. Ball state bound. 1,900 yards coming into this game and over 1,900 yards now. Pick up of 2 makes it 2nd and 8 Central, with the Cavemen leading 14-0. To the left side, Brownlee in the backfield takes the hand up, goes right, cuts it up. He'll get yard, and that's going to be it as he dives into a slew of white jerseys, including Jay Ruck. It's the defensive for Mishawaka. He was on Cape corner this week. Jump up yard. It's 3rd down and 6 for Central. Again, trips to the left, and Brownlee with the quarterback Chandler in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion from right to left. Handoff goes to Brownlee. Started to the right, pops it up the middle. Donovan Snyder, Thomas both there to make the stop. He gets the 15 to the 15, and it's going to be 4th down.
Traded tight end, right to the left. Gave them an unbalanced look. Side, power.
Fourth down and 3, and Central has the offense on the field to go for it from the Mishawaka 15-yard line. The Cape-Men lead 15-0. Chandler from the shotgun. Brownlee to his right. Pitch goes to Brownlee. Starts to the right. Turned into the middle. Cuts up field, and he looks like he's going to have a first down up close to the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Brownlee has got a great start. Stop. Has been a watch the hole. Out start. That's has the quick hit. Stop.
Bobby Keeper, 5'9", 210-pound senior fullback, lines up to the left and up. Or the play action now. The end around goes to Davis to the right side. Davis cuts it upfield and into the end zone. Touchdown, Elkhart Central from 11 yards away.
Brownlee up the middle. Off first. At the edge box.
9:50 to go in second quarter as Dominic Davis scored from 11 yards away, and kicker on to attempt the extra point. It is good. It is a 14-7 game. So the Blazers only have to go 51 yards after the onside kick try that Mishawaka could not recover. It's a 14-7 game now. We will take time out and then back with another kickoff on 96.1 WST.
Are you ready for lunch? Yeah. Where do you want to go? I'm not sure. Want to taco about it? Let's not burrito around the bush. Do we really need to guacamole it over? Jalapeno poppin' down the Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Tell them it's just past Division on McKinley and Mishawaka. They cater too, don't they? Not you worry about that. If you have an event, then they have you covered. From tacos to fajita bars to all your favorite sides. Check them out at MontereyMexican.com. Monterey Mexican Grill. You know it's what you want.
Ron Parker, the Elkhart official, whose flag inadvertently fell out of his pocket back to the 5 yards. Elkhart Central with its first touchdown, so it's a 4-7 game with 9:50 to go here in the first half. Long end over end kick comes to Devon Parker back to the 7-yard line. He'll cut it across the middle, triple left to right, gets an opening. Parker flips all the way up to the 42-yard line. He was one man away from breaking it long. Vinny Ambrose, the captain, makes the stop and possibly saves the touchdown.
Great return in any set. Start. Like
that is one of the better kick returns Mishawaka has had all season. There was a big lane there for Devon Parker. Drew Mason's going to be the fullback. 1st and 10 Mishawaka from its own 43. Mishawaka leads 14-7. This comes under center, and we'll give it on the veer to the left side to Drew Mason, bouncing and running right through tackles. Finally forced out of bounds on the far side of the field. They will spot him shy of the 49-yard line, it looks like. A pickup of 6 yards on down.
5. Hold.
Here is Fisher on the keeper. He goes to the left. They fake the dive to Mason, the fullback. They'll have a first down, brought to you by Kevin Punt, the First Midwest Mortgage. Mason stays at fullback as Fowler will be on the right wing. They bring Caleb Wilson split in closer toward the line, just 3 yards or so from the right tackle. Mason will take it up the middle, driving forward, taking tacklers with him. Drew Mason with a big pickup that time on first down. He gets close to 9 yards, like maybe 8. See where they end up. That will be 8. Like Second and 2. Fisher keeps it himself, goes right behind a blocker across the 30. Another first down from Kevin Punt, the First Midwest Mortgage. see where they spot him. It looks like the 29 is where they're going to put it. Mishawaka on the move, leading 14-7. 33 to play in the second quarter. The sectional championship game. Cavemen jumped out to a 14-0 lead, helped in part by that punt of Mishawaka that hit Elkhart Central's return man, but the Cavemen recovered at 12. So Mason on the veer to the right. Good penetration that time in the middle by the Central defense. A pickup of a little bit more than a yard as John Holmes, one of the Blazers, in there to make the stop. So Rod Gray got 21.5 seconds for loss. Second down and 9. Snyder goes in motion. Mason on the veer to the right. Turns out more positive yards as he takes it up to the 21. It'll be third and short.
I'll tell you what, one of the things that's most impressive. Early in the season, you're starting, going down on first.
Yeah.
And now, towards the end of the season, he gets control. He's not on different guys bring him down. Really starts to play.
Third down and 3. It is Mason once again. He'll get to the 30-yard line, and it's going to be fourth down and 1. The offense stays on the field as Justin Fisher runs over close to the sideline for the call and then comes back onto the field. Fourth and 1, Mishawaka. Fisher keeps it himself. He'll follow that big offensive line forward. He has another first down up close to the 18. Brought to you by Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage. Now, I guess I should always hold off because we talked about it last week. Spots this year have been baffling at times. He looked like he had a full yard more than running in. Oh, he had a first down without even breathing coming away from center, and then he followed the line forward and had another yard. This is one of the worst spots we've seen all season.
When he went over the top of the too, but close line, spot him.
Central thinks they've held him.
Yeah. Here.
Oh. First down.
Ooh. Well, you know what? They're lucky they called that a first down. Had it at least another yard.
Yeah, it's right.
Right.
Really, yeah. Or something like that. Many of those I like.
Yeah.
First and 10 at the 19, and the ball comes loose. Pitcher falls on it. It looked like there was some confusion about the snap count there.
Yeah,
Like,
that ball was.
Yep.
Now.
Back. First and 10, or a second down and 10 rather, at the Central, or 11 at the Central 20-yard line, and there's some confusion going on. They weren't sure what they were going to do there, and Mishawaka burns the timeout. 5:48 to play in the first half. Mishawaka leading 14-7. They face second and 11 from the Central 20. We'll have it right after this on WSBT.
Who remembers 1979? A stamp from the post office cost only 15 cents, and the average household income was $16,400. Times were certainly different. This is Doug Leckleitner of Leckleitner Door Sales and Service. Fortunately, not everything has changed, like our commitment to excellence. Since my dad started Leckleitner Door 40 years ago, our goal continues to be satisfying each and every customer. Trust your garage door to someone who's been doing it right since a Happy Meal was just $1. That's us at Leckleitner Door. Call 295-6311.
timeout. The Cavemen lead Elkhart Central 14-7 in the sectional championship game here at Rice Field in Elkhart. Second down and 11. Let's see who is.
Sargent at center on this.
Okay, so Ethan Sargent is the center. Justin Fisher behind him. Andrew Mason is the fullback. Fowler and Snyder are the wings. Fisher will pitch it to Donovan Snyder on the right side. Snyder forced out of bounds as he crosses the 15 to the 14-yard line. It's going to be third down.
Only a gain of 6 to 7 yards.
Yeah.
But you got to running that kick every now and then to keep that defense spread out and not pull back follow.
J. C-Mac playing on the right side at guard. Fisher on third down will keep it and go to the right as he crosses the 10. He dives up there easily with the first down. From Kevin Punt, the First Midwest Mortgage. It's brought to you by Kevin Punt, the First Midwest Mortgage.
But a nice drive. Left spot.
First and goal from the 6-yard line for Mishawaka. Fisher will bobble it a little bit as he pulls it out of Mason's belly. He goes to the right into the end zone, standing up. Touchdown, Mishawaka. The third touchdown run of the night for the quarterback, Justin Fisher.
He just does such a good job. He gets in space, making guys got just enough wiggle that it's very hard to bring down Justin Fisher. And I think he also has gotten much better at that as he's progressed, really taking control of his offense.
That's right. And can't get a good shot on it.
Exactly.
You don't get blown up.
You await the extra point try by Connor George. High snap, the placement down. George boots it through the upright. Mishawaka goes back on top by 2 touchdowns. It's now 21-7. The Cavemen lead after the third touchdown run of the night by Justin Fisher. We're back after we take this time out with a kickoff on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
Dave Ramsey here to tell you about my good friends at Ace Maytag, the largest home appliance center serving north central Indiana and southwest Michigan. They have a large selection of Maytag, Amana, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid appliances. I'm talking about top name brand refrigerators, freezers, gas and electric ranges, microwaves, washers, and dryers. Visit Ace Maytag, located at 810 East McKinley in Mishawaka.
Ace Maytag, the store that serves
21-7, Mishawaka leads Elkhart Central here at Rice Field. 5 to play in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, Ryan Sargent, part of the Mishawaka coaching staff, father of Ethan Sargent, Caveman Center, and also the head of the art department. He'll be the halftime guest with Dean Hubbard as the kickoff is taken up to the 33-yard line.
Start, talented man. Don't see many art people.
I was just going to say the same thing.
And all those emblems, all the work in the Caveman locker room done by Ryan Sargent. Great job that he does. Central will have it. First and 10 from its own 34. Trailing 21-7. Zayed Candler, the quarterback, looking to the near sideline for the play call. Josh Shattuck, third-year head coach of Central. They've gotten better in each of his 3 seasons here at the helm. Candler takes the snap, hands it to Brownlee. Brownlee follows the blocker, goes to the left, gets back into the middle, bounces off a man, forced outside. Devon Parker grabs him up. Donovan Snyder got over there as well. They give him the stick that looks like, based on the spot, it is going to be a 10-yard pickup.
And a power play where they pulled the backside guard. Team block down, kick out, backside guard. Nice hole. Big
Central choose out some yards on the ground from Mark Brownlee. They take their time and look to the near side for the play call. Trips out to the right. Brownlee beside the quarterback as they move the tight end from the left side to the right side. Now bring a man in motion. Hand up goes Brownlee out to the left. He waits for it to develop. Cuts back into the middle. Still on his feet. Brownlee up across the 49-yard line, or to the 49 of Mishawaka.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. That play stopped 1 yard. Instead, it was 6 yards. Simply because Brown, one guy.
Pick up of 6 yards, makes it 2nd and 4. 3 down lineman for the Cavemen. Hand up Brownlee, goes to the right, running through some would-be tacklers and takes it up to the 44-yard line. Interesting, Mishawaka has Bo Brown at left defensive end, the sophomore. They have Joe Willis at the right defensive end, and they also have, with the regular defensive end, T.J. Ruck playing the nose on this series. So they have 3 defensive ends in there, different spots across the 3-man down line. First down Central at the Mishawaka 44. Men lead 21 to 7, 3:44 to go. Quick pass goes to the outside, caught by Davis. Davis, the speedster, gets to the sideline, and he is finally forced out of bounds, but not before he gets up to the 25-yard line.
Tell you what, Davis has wheels, and when he hit that sideline, he put it into another gear, able to pick up big yards down.
This walk showing right now that's why not the same league. Elkhart.
This last 3:37 important for both teams. Central will have the football to start the second half. Motion from the tight end from right to left. Chandler brings Davis in motion. He will hand it off to Brownlee, who takes it into the middle as Brownlee gets it up to the 22-yard line before finally being brought down.
By Garrett Dawson up the bottom of that pile in the tackle.
Yep. Rose. Looking, I could see the 3. I couldn't see what the other was. Pick up of about 2.5, and a pickup like that, Brownlee makes it exciting. The way there's those little jump stops that he had, like you said earlier, Coach, the way he's able to stop at a dime and then re-accelerate quickly. He'll do it multiple times on every play.
Well, he's one of those guys, Coach, side.
Timeout taken by Elkhart Central before 2nd down and 7 from the 22. There's 2:51 to play in the first half. Mishawaka leads 21-7 to 96-1. WSBT, the sports leader.
Hi, my name is Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required.
2nd and 7, Elkhart Central with the football at the Mishawaka 22 with Scott Bovenskirk and Vince Siderio, Sean Stiers. Sectional 5A championship game. Of course, the Elkhart schools combining next year, and it's going to be one big 6A school, one of the top 10 enrollments in the state of Indiana. The new Elkhart school will be next year when Central and Memorial combine. But for now, it is 5A sectional championship football, and Mishawaka leads 21-7 with 2:51 to play here in the first half. Chandler, the quarterback from the shotgun. Brownlee, the running back, to his left. They bring the tight end across the formation from right to left. Hand up Brownlee, and he's going to be stopped with the surge up the middle as middle linebacker Garrett Dawson pushed him backwards.
Yeah, real big play by Dawson. They wanted to run the where they pulled the backside guard. I think they had it blocked, but Dawson down from inside out, down for loss.
at the 6. Roderick Ballard makes the catch, and Central will have first and goal at the 6-yard line.
And Sean, that's exactly what happened. Walked with their linebackers, and they were
Of course they did. Right?
Yeah,
And I said that.
and they were able to pick it up. Found the tight end down the middle. Great split up.
Goal. Yeah, it was wide open. That
they brought Jason Thomas from the right side, and he actually was able to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, but quick pop pass like that, there's the way your quarterback.
Now, Central is content to let a lot of clock run. The play clock down to 2, 1, and hits 0. Handoff goes to Brownlee up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown, 6 yards by Brownlee with 1:40 to play in the first half.
The snap bobbles as well. Brownlee did a but fortunately for him, no.
Well, it almost looked like Mishawaka not playing. I don't know if they didn't play much, but it was so well blocked. Nobody even.
Extra point attempt is blocked. No good for Elkhart Central, and Mishawaka will continue to lead by 8 with 1:40 to play. And remember, Central has the ball to start the second half, so we'll see what Keith Kinder tries to do offensively here with an 8-point lead. Let's take time out, then back to kickoff on WSBT.
The Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list is a way for School City of Mishawaka teachers and staff to receive items that are needed to aid them in helping our students have the best education possible. This wish list is for requests for $200 or less. It may be used as many times a year as need arises for a teacher or staff member. You can grant the entire wish or a portion of the wish. Search Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list or MishawakaSchools.com to grant a wish today.
Mishawaka blocked an extra point. They had big special teams play last week. Blocked the punt against Elkhart Memorial. Bo Brown blocked it. Could not see who blocked that extra point. J.T. Thomas. All right. And the kickoff is going to bounce into the end zone. It bounced back.
That's the one nice thing, I guess, about being on turf. If we were on grass, I don't think that makes the insult. That's true. Yes, that's correct. It got a nice, friendly roll.
1:40 to play in the first half. Mishawaka leading 21-13, but again, Elkhart Central will have the football to start the second half. So let's see how aggressive Keith Kinders decides to be here with the football at his own 20. Fisher under center. He will give it to Drew Mason. Gets close to 3 yards, and that's going to be it. Just a 3-yard pickup on first down. Gateman standing at the line of scrimmage, looking off the sideline. There's still 25 seconds on the play clock. That don't look like it's going to really aggressive. Sitting behind center with 10 on the play clock. Mason down in the stands in the backfield. They will give it to him. The fullback dive up to 26, under a minute to play. Indeed, they will. Central takes the timeout with 54.8 seconds to play in the first half. 21-13, Mishawaka. Back right after this on WSBT.
Midland Engineering Company has been completing quality commercial roofing jobs nationwide from right here in Michiana for nearly 100 years. But did you know Midland also boasts the area's only standalone service department in the commercial roofing business? Midland knows the negative effect a leaking roof can have on your business, so their team is ready to help Michiana's small business owners keep working. Why take a chance with your business? Trust the professionals at Midland Engineering Company, proud to be Michiana born and raised.
down and 4, Mishawaka from zone 26-yard line with just under 55 seconds to play in the first half. Cavemen lead by 8. Fisher's going to keep it himself and go to the right. Stiff arms it. Crosses the 30, the 35. Out of bounds. He'll have a first down from Kevin Putz at First Midwest Mortgage with 49 seconds to play in the first.
This step out of bounds, the clock will start on the reset.
They do wind it right away.
I think that was the goal at this point on this end of the field. You just want to get a first down, then stop it.
Yep. They're going to line up what we call victory formation. End of the game. Drop back down to Snyder deep as Fisher takes the knee, and Mishawaka is going to be content to take an 8-point lead into the locker room. So, a close first half. Mishawaka leads by 8, thanks to a blocked extra point on Elkhart Central's last touchdown. And again, the Blue Blazers will have the football to start the second half. Mishawaka Education Foundation halftime report coming up. Don't forget, we will also have the U.S. Sign Crafters scoreboard show, as well as the RBI's Unlimited halftime statistics. 21-13, Mishawaka at the half on 96.1 WSBT Sports Leader.
We can't pick everything in life, right? Parents. Well,
no, you guys need to switch. So they switch it up. Get ready for kickoff. We should mention for all of you listening, Mishawaka Network video crew have an internet connection here, so they are recording the broadcast that will be posted up on their YouTube channel later on tonight. So you'll be able to watch the game later on tonight. Glad to have you listening live, though, with us right now. And then you can watch later on, third up on the kick return back at the 11-yard line. Comes up the middle and gets driven backwards pretty quickly after crossing the 20-yard line. Von Parker is over there. He's been all over the field tonight for the Cavemen.
And a good start. I love it when you hold. I mean, I know in high school or in coach yard line hold.
It'll be yard line. Shotgun. Brownlee back there with him. And they try a reverse, and it is on the ground and recovered quickly, as on the play that they scored on in the first half, Dominic Davis coming behind the quarterback, managed to fall on it. It'll lose a couple yards.
Yeah, they pulled the backside guard, kicked out the outside linebacker. One there's up, but off down. Play.
Second down and 12. Handoff goes to Brownlee. Bounces outside. Flipping past tacklers. Brownlee with a head of crosses the 30 and up close to the 32-yard line. Looks like Rucks it was. Jay Rucks up there to make the tackle. It's going to be third down and 2 as Brownlee picks up 10.
In and out since about 4. Started out so well.
Third and 2 now. High step, and Brownlee is tackled in the backfield. Two there to make the stop is T.J. Ruck. Ruck drops Brownlee in the backfield, and Central's going to have to punt.
Yeah, Ruck lined up on the nose. Most of the night he has been playing straight. That's the stop. Flew by the center, and that ball was on the that is a great job. Luckily, it'll be short.
T.J. Ruck, I mentioned him in the first half, the defensive end who is head coach, playing on the nose tonight. All-State honorable mention player from a year ago. 4th and 5, Central punt, high and end over end. Donovan Snyder takes it at his own 36. gets past the initial contact from the 45 to the 46. 10-yard punt return for Donovan Snyder. Mishawaka will have it, leading 21-13 at its own 46 on its first drive of the second.
Two of that punt. A lot of in-craft, so many let that ball bounce. How it rolls, but Snyder not only yards.
Right, I can't tell you how many times coach watching the ball bounce around and you're catch the ball, and it doesn't happen very often. And so catch the ball, gains 10, but the great.
Waka leads by 8 at the start of the Kyle's Auto Repair third quarter. Mason, the fullback, here to the left, turns it up forward to the 49. Elkhart Central, a 5-yard gain on first down.
And it's not an easy thing to do, Vince. I know this on this sports practice, go out, some of not an easy.
It is not.
And at 5, Mishawaka from the Central 49. Keeper by Fisher gets past the initial contact and takes another defender for a ride of about 4 yards for the first down. Will Brand, the outside linebacker, was on the quarterback. Fisher. First down brought to you by Kevin Fuss, First Midwest Sports.
No, bad mistake. Jason went untouched. So it's called foul. Really a nice middle. Both fullback.
First and 10 came in from the 43. Pitch play goes Donovan Snyder to the right with a lot of running room and a blocker in front of Snyder. Pinching off the defender, tried to cut back, but he ends up being caught at the 32-yard line, but it's going to be close to another caveman first down. And it is first down. Kevin Putz, First Midwest Mortgage. First third quarter, powered by Kyle's Auto Repair, reminding you to have your car's oil changed every 3 months, 3,000 miles at Kyle's Lincoln Way in Mishawaka.
Dennis.
First and 10 and jumping as Central jumps off sides, it looks like, for the third time tonight.
Well, it was interesting because Walker had to say, hey, look, 99 are back.
Yeah. Are you going to throw that flag? When you have to point out the defensive right before the ball is ever.
What more do we have? Right. So third and approach ball.
First and 5, Mishawaka. Fowler goes in motion. The quarterback follows Fisher. The two tacklers. Fisher still on his feet. Inside the 15 and up close to the 12.
Donovan Snyder goes short motion. The point is the full. They fake the full. Then Snyder cuts up the block. Great block.
First and 10, cavemen. They spot it at the Central 12-yard line. Mason is the fullback. Fisher behind center. Fowler goes in motion. Quarterback follow once again as Fisher goes outside to the left. He's up around the 6-yard line where he is dropped there.
Fowler in motion. Up. 5. Really.
I knew you would. I knew you would like that.
Watch the game.
I know, right? I do what I can, Coach. Why you're the Hall of Fame.
Well, no, that's not it at all.
I just get to visit.
Second and 4 from the 6 as Mishawaka takes time out. Elkhart Central's going to take time.
Big time.
7:37 to play in Kyle's Auto Repair third quarter with Mishawaka threatening once again, leading 21-15. Second score for the 6 at this
huge play. They get the first down, they can take 4 downs to get this yard.
And it's less than a yard. I mean, he's short by about 6 inches, it looks like.
Sure. Inches away. Fisher comes behind center. He follows the center across the goal line. Touchdown. Well, there's no signal, but it's a touchdown. Mishawaka, the late signal, the 4th touchdown run of the night for the quarterback, Justin Fisher. Yeah, same situation. The quarterback sneak and a good surge by the offensive line. Yeah. Fisher is over the back of the center, and we still have to wait for the call.
Well, and everybody, I mean, there was no foot there for the offensive line, so everybody knew what was going to happen. And like you said, just like last time, he goes up and over the top of the pile, and yet we have to wait for the signal. I just don't understand that.
Big extra point.
We await the extra point. The placement down, and the kick is good. There's a flag at the end of the play, so what's this going to be?
The kick is good, but usually when it's thrown in here, we've roughed the center.
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say, Coach. They do it right at the 3-yard line, right in the middle of the field.
We'll wait and let them sort this out. It might take a while.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout.
Well, it's not holding.
28-13, Mishawaka leads. 6:43 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair third quarter on WSBT.
It's a hockey night in South Bend. It's a Big Ten Top 10 showdown this weekend at the Compton Family Ice Arena as the 5th-ranked Notre Dame hockey team hosts number 9 Ohio State. Friday at 8 p.m. is 70s night with prizes for the best 70s attire. Saturday at 7 is military appreciation with all active, inactive, or retired veterans receiving 2 free tickets by presenting their military ID at the box office. And thanks to Notre Dame's top 5 ranking, you can save $5 on select seats both nights. Visit umd.com/buy tickets.
28-13, Mishawaka leads Elkhart Central after Justin Fisher's 4th touchdown run of the game. He had 2 in the first quarter. 6:43 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair third. And what's going on out there? They're still, they waved off the flag.
They did. They waved off the flag. And so Mishawaka was waiting to get the ball so that Connor George could set it up on the tee, but there's still a conversation going on with the white hat
and Keith Kinder.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I don't know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes it's hard.
End over end kick goes to the far side of the field. It is short. It is bouncing. It is going to be picked up. And a flag comes down in the middle of the return. The tackle is going to be made back at the 15-yard line. Let's see what that.
This is going to turn out to be a good thing because the ball bounced, looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but the central return man picked it up. Then instead of getting straight up the field, he tried to run the whole width of the field and picked up a block in the back along the way. So at the end of the run, he's tackled at the 17-yard line, and I think we're going to see half the distance from there.
Connor Addison made the stop for Mishawaka. Still waiting. They have marked it back half the distance, as Scott Bove and Kirk just told us they would do.
Pretty impressive, aren't you?
So he was tackled at the 15, which is a minus 5-yard return. And they're going to put the ball all the way back on the 7-yard line. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, good fortunes right there from Mishawaka and a hole to start in if you were from Elkhart Central. Big hole.
Chandler from the shotgun will pass it to the near side, and it's going to be dropped. Davis in and out of his hands. Is that a lateral? No, incomplete.
Yeah. Incomplete. And that's one thing that shotgun football has helped, because you see where that quarterback is at when he releases the ball back. Not too long ago, when you had quarterbacks taking the ball from under center, the referee would actually beanbag where you threw that from and then try and figure it out. But it's a little easier now with the quarterback and shotgun.
Incompletion stops the clock at 6:31 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair third. Hand up Brownlee, up the middle. Brownlee bounces off the initial contact, but he is finally taken down by Bo Brown, who Keith Kinder was saying earlier this week, coming on strong. Bo Brown, who has made a late surge to sophomore defensive lineman, to pick up 3 yards for Elkhart Central, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Another big 3rd down. Well, if they could go 3 and out again.
Central at its own 11. Play fake this time. Chandler rolls out of the pocket to the right, running upfield. A lot of open running room. He finds the sticks and runs out of bounds over there, and looks like he does have a 1st down.
Mishawaka may have misaligned. What did you think, Vince? I think they took an outside linebacker and took it wrong.
Yeah, they did on the side, and Central kind of lucked into it by rolling in that direction, but there was nobody there to keep him in.
Clock stopped after Chandler ran out of bounds. 5:52 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd. 1st and 10 from the 19. Brownlee takes the handoff, bounces out to the right, and then gets wrapped up as J.T. Thomas comes over to make the stop. Thomas, who had a massive week last week against Memorial. 7.5 tackles, 5 for loss.
Not a bad.
No kidding. He was in the backfield all night. Pick up a 2 for Brownlee on 1st down. Chandler comes up behind the line, gives him the play, takes the shotgun snap, looking over the middle, fires it there, and it's broken up. I couldn't tell who that was.
Burris. It was Burris, yep.
All right, Milan Burris with the breakup. I'm counting with this post here, trying to look.
We're going to give him a pass breakup. That was a great job by Burris to meet the receiver exactly at the same time as the ball met him and to break up.
The only things that have gone Central's way so far, picking up that 1st down, and the fact that the clock has stopped so much on this possession. 5:14 after that incompletion. 3rd down and 8, though. Pass out to the right, caught by Ballard. He will power his way through Devon Parker up to the 27-yard line. It's going to be short of a 1st down, though.
4th and 2. And I don't think the team's going on.
Doesn't look like it. Central down by 15 points with under 5 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd quarter. It is 4th and 2, and the Blazers line up to go for it. Chandler from the shotgun stops and looks to the sideline. It'll be Brownlee lining up to his right, Davis to his left. 2 backs back there. They will hand it off to Brownlee. Brownlee will come to the right side, tiptoe down the sideline, and he's going to have a 1st down.
2-back set. They ran the power to the weak side of the field. Not a huge play, but good enough for 1st down.
They convert on 4th down with 4:26 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd. It's 28-13, Mishawaka. The Cavemen going with 3 down linemen in this game, predominantly the 3 defensive ends. Willis, Rux, and Brown have got the bulk of the snaps tonight. Shotgun, and Chandler takes it. Looks to his right. Nothing there. Now looking downfield. Nothing there. Pressured, and he is going to be wrapped up on the near sideline as Derek Dawson comes.
I think behind the line, so we're going to call that a sack.
Yeah, even though it's only a 1-yard loss, it's their 1st sack in there.
Yeah, that's a good point because he was also still looking downfield trying to make a throw. So sack for Derek Dawson. That is just his 2nd sack of the season.
Are we going to give a half to Willis? Is he there, or are we going to not give it to him?
I think that's. I'll let you decide because I still was fighting the post here. Here's the reverse to Davis coming around to the left. Davis is bumped out of bounds by Devin Jimenez, the Mishawaka defensive back, short of a 1st down.
Corey Warlick, a 6'1", 285-pound guard, just buried the outside linebacker and allowed that reverse to go for about 10 yards.
Central now out to its own 42-yard line after starting inside its 10 on this drive after that penalty, the block in the back Brownlee asking the officials something out there on the field, pointing over to his sideline, and Elkhart Central is going to take a timeout.
Well, I think it's an official timeout at the moment. They haven't signaled that it's going to be Elkhart Central.
Mishawaka players heading over toward their sideline, and the Central players and the officials are conferencing about something in the middle of the field. Been a lot of conferences tonight.
Coach Haddock is looking for a reset of the play clock. He was given that half of a raise the roof signal, so he wants, but he's not happy with the white hat. That is sure.
Well, apparently we're going to have what are we going to have? We'll just keep it here because this is mass confusion is what it is. Yeah, I don't mind if the officials conference and get it right, but they've conferenced for really just a lot of kind of unexplained things.
Absolutely. There's a conference that we can't guess what that was about.
Yeah. 3rd down and 1 Central. The offense on the field. The Mishawaka defense out there, too, as the officials still talking with each other, trying to figure things out. 3rd and a yard from their own 42. Chandler from the shotgun. Brownlee offset to his left. 2 receivers out to the right. Roderick Ballard, the other receiver, out to the left. Tight end on the right as Brownlee shifts around and gets to the right. The handoff goes to Brownlee. Bounces up the middle. 1st down and more as he crosses the 50. Still moving inside the mission to the 43-yard line. Brownlee just riding the lightning that time for Elkhart Central up to the 43, the 43.
About a 14-yard gain on a simple outside zone, inside off tackle or an off tackle play, and what he does is he just gets behind the offensive lineman, waits. He's a very patient runner, pops to different holes, and next thing you know, he's picked up 14.
Then it goes in motion, high snap, hand up Brownlee, hole up the middle. J.T. Thomas jumping on his back, but Brownlee picks up 11 yards up to the Mishawaka 32.
Give credit that time to the Elkhart Central offensive line. There was a nice hole up the middle.
Central moving now, 3:08 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd quarter.
And those last 2 carries put Mark Brownlee over the century mark. He's got 22 carries, 118 yards, and 1 score at the 5.36 yards per carry average.
Chandler from the shotgun, hands to Brownlee again. Skips past 1 defender and then jukes his way up across the 30. T.J. Rux and Donovan Snyder there to make the tackle for Mishawaka. But Brownlee starting to find some lanes up the middle, and Mishawaka not able to wrap up the way they should.
Well, and Mishawaka's and not in the middle, and that may be why they're making some,
Chandler pump fake, deep fake for Ballard at the corner of the end zone. Seem out of bounds, and as you just said, they went back to their base 4-man front. Gavin Eggendorfer is now one of the down linemen for Mishawaka.
I won't mention his name because maybe his mommy and daddy are listening, but the right tackle from Elkhart Central got away with a hold. Rux was tackled on his pass rush.
And I've actually seen that a couple different times already tonight, Coach, where there's been a couple tackles and no calls. Yeah.
2:17 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd. Mishawaka by 15. 4 down linemen. Chandler fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, gets wrapped up at the 25-yard line. As still can't see who that is. Derek Dawson over to make the tackle.
Vince, I'm sure you're the same as I am. I'm not calling for more flags. Please,
no
more flags.
No.
But when it's obvious, you got to call it.
Absolutely correct.
Big 4th down coming up here. Central has already converted one earlier. 1:48 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair 3rd. 4th down and 2 from the Mishawaka 25. Chandler from the shotgun, and Mishawaka is going to use a timeout.
No, they pointed.
He pointed at the Mishawaka coach.
Keith Kinder came out and called timeout. The official pointed to Elkhart Central, but they're trying to get it corrected.
Yeah.
In any event, Timeout.
Yeah. Minute 43 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third quarter. 28-13. Mishawaka leads. Fourth down Central after this on WSBT.
Midland Engineering Company has been completing quality commercial roofing jobs nationwide from right here in Michiana for nearly 100 years. But did you know Midland also boasts the area's only standalone service department in the commercial roofing business? Midland knows the negative effects a leaking roof can have on your business, so their team is ready to help Michiana's small business owners keep working. Why take a chance with your business? Trust the professionals at Midland Engineering Company, proud to be Michiana born and raised.
Fourth down and 2, Elkhart Central from the Mishawaka 25-yard line. There's a minute 43 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third quarter. Mishawaka leads 28-13, and the Cavemen look like they might go with 5 down linemen this time. They are. They're going to go with 4 down linemen on 4th and 2. Brownlee will take the handoff, finds a seam on the left, and he has an easy first down as he crosses the 20-yard line, tackled by Derek Dawson. But what you guys were talking about earlier, T.J. Ruck was manning up on that center, but there's some big holes that are being blown open in the middle right now.
Yeah. Center is one of the most underrated positions on the football field. You've got your hands between your legs, snapping a
Central 1st and 10 now at the Mishawaka 18-yard line. Chandler takes the handoff to Brownlee. Brownlee trying to bounce outside, bounces inside instead as he easily gets up inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, I think sometimes we do them a favor by not covering up that center, especially in shotgun.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. No one on the field is happier about them going to an even front.
They just switched it back.
The Elkhart Central center.
Yeah.
They're going to put T.J. Rocks back over center now with under a minute to play in the first half. Pitch play goes Brownlee. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
And the center did a great job that time blocking Rux. However, I don't think the rest of the offensive line was prepared for that shift.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they came out in the 3-5, and they were a little confused.
Rux is a physical specimen. We both got to see him up close at Kickman Corner the other night. Now they're going to shift and put Rux on the outside, still the 3-man front. Handoff goes to Brownlee. He'll bounce it out to the left. Pass to defender, skips inside, still on his feet, and Brownlee, before being tackled by Addison, is down to the 2-yard line with 36 seconds left in the Cows Auto Repair third.
That's just all Brownlee.
Yeah, it was.
That's just great moves.
Mishawaka shuttles defenders on and off. Nick Davis and Connor Addison run off the field. They couldn't see what they're going to do. They go 4 down linemen, 5 down linemen, actually. Handoff Brownlee, bounced in the backfield. Donovan Snyder jumps on his back as Brownlee leans to the goal line. Will they say he is in? They unpile it, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Mishawaka is saying that they've got the football, which I don't think the referee crew agrees. But either way, it's not a touchdown, and the third quarter is going to end.
Third quarter comes to a close as they say Mark Brownlee was short.
Food, fun, and your favorite teams. From large-scale outdoor kitchens and fireplaces to fire tables and fire bowls, Kurt Outdoor Living can make your backyard a dream come true. And with Jonathan Green Lawn Products, you can show off a lush, healthy lawn this fall for the annual family football game. Kurt Outdoor Living, 2129 West Wilden Avenue in Goshen. KurtOutdoorLiving.com.
Start of the fourth quarter. Elkhart Central knocking on the door, inches away from the goal line. It is 2nd down and goal. Mark Brownlee stopped just short of the goal line on the previous play. Mishawaka leads 28-13 going into the fourth. Chandler from the shotgun. Brownlee in the backfield. Handoff goes to Brownlee. Trying the left. Gang tackled. Held out of the end zone once again. J.T. Thomas, one of the first there, but a swarm of white jerseys, at least 4 others there with him to push him backwards. It'll be 3rd and goal.
No one right now is defending the pass at all. It is where's Brownlee and how fast can I get there?
Well, and if I'm the Elkhart Central play caller, I'm calling 23's number the whole way. Go ahead. I'm going to give my best.
My
the
best
ball.
against yours.
Absolutely.
Now the Central tight end, Bobby Keeper, has blood on the front of his jersey as he comes off the field. As another player comes on, it is Dominic Russo. Now, you don't want to be Pete Carroll in the Super Bowl, not getting the ball to Marshawn Lynch. You know, it's like,
no.
Give it to your big guy.
They remember that.
Hand up goes to Brownlee. Tries to jump over the pile and ends up falling into the end zone. Touchdown, Elkhart Central. He climbed up all the way on the back of an offensive lineman and finally got through.
Yeah, they're not going to chase points. They're going to kick the extra point, which I think, as you said, Vince, is a wise decision. You go for it when you need to. You think twice when you got Brownlee in the backfield.
Well, and that's exactly right. I think if they had scored easier down here on the goal, Mishawaka stood strong there, and it's not a gimme from 3 yards out.
High snap on the extra point try, and it is up and just good. Remember, Mishawaka blocked one earlier. That's why it's an 8-point game. Now, 11 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. It's Mishawaka 28, Elkhart Central 20 at 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
Rossini's Pizza. Every Rossini's pizza is carefully made with homemade dough and the freshest ingredients. Plus, Rossini's is added to their sandwich lineup, now serving a tender and delicious Chicago-style Italian beef on fresh bread, complete with au jus, pepperoncini, or hot giardiniera peppers on request. Try one today. Visit RossiniCarryout.com for downloadable coupons. Rossini Pizza. Carry out pizza and sandwiches you're proud to bring home. Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka, across from Beaker School. Open daily at 4.
We have an injured Elkhart Central player down on the field. Cannot tell who it is. He's laying on his back as the Central trainers out checking on him. Well, long touchdown drive there.
Yeah, it was. I can get you a little bit of stats here for you. It was a 21-play, 93-yard drive, and it was a little over 7 minutes taken off the clock. And you know, if you're a Mishawaka fan, you kind of look at that. Okay, they went down and scored, but man, did they take a lot of clock there. And we all know that Mishawaka can bleed some clock as well, and they've scored on every possession that they've had because they didn't actually turn the ball over when they punted it. So it's all considered one drive, and they scored every time they touched the football. So you're looking at, yes, you want to score if you're Mishawaka, but you also want to bleed some clock here.
The injured Elkhart Central player is Will Branch, senior linebacker, being helped up and to the sideline as we await the kickoff. But, I mean, and, you know, I talked early in that drive, there were a couple incompletions where, you know, it stopped the clock.
Right.
Otherwise, if they're just run to Brownlee, which it ended up being, I mean, there's probably another 2 or 3 minutes off the clock right now.
Impressive nonetheless. We talked about the good field position that Mishawaka had by Central with the penalty starting at their own 7. That's an impressive drive.
No doubt.
Overcame some adversity along the way. And don't look now, boys, but we got a football game.
Yep, an 8-point game, 28-20 with 11:15 remaining. Line drive kick going to the far side of the field, bounces at the 10 and out of bounds. So Mishawaka will have good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, they'll take over at the 35-yard line. That's if Keith Kinder doesn't make them kick again, or take the ball where it rolled out at the 8.
Don't forget U.S. Sign Crafters post-game scoreboard show with Matt Embry. We'll also have the RBIs Unlimited post-game statistics. First and 10, Mishawaka from its own 35-yard line. 11:15 to play in the fourth. The Cavemen lead 28-20. Fisher comes up under center. He will hand it to Drew Mason, who plunges up the middle for 3 yards.
Haven't seen Snyder at fullback tonight, have we?
I don't think we have.
Maybe
not. Well, there might have been one play for not much.
A little bit, as you alluded to earlier, of Mason at fullback.
Absolutely.
He has looked really good tonight. Pick up a 3, makes it 2nd and 7. Mishawaka from its own 38. Fisher will pitch it to Donovan Snyder. A block, and Donovan Snyder with plenty of open room. Across the 40, across the 35, 30. One man in pursuit. Donovan Snyder finally forced out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
That's another play that just has worked all but one time. When they get the quarterback down to the defensive end, pitches the ball. They have had outstanding blocking on the perimeter, and Snyder has had good yardage, but that time gashed the Central defense.
Takes it all the way up to the 5-yard line. The block from Ethan Fowler, the fellow halfback, out there on the perimeter. 10:27 to play in the fourth quarter. First and goal at the 5 for Mishawaka. Motion and the dive to Drew Mason, churning those legs forward straight up the middle. He takes it to the 2. Drew Mason came into this game 501 yards, averaging 5.3 per carry. He's around 4 yards a carry tonight. They just might try to feed him and get him into the end zone here. 9 touchdown carries this season. Second and goal from the 2. Under 10 to play in the fourth quarter, and the play clock now under 10 seconds as well. Fisher stands behind center. Then Snyder in motion. Drew Mason takes the handoff here to the left. Stopped just short of the goal line.
So do we see another quarterback sneak here?
Fisher has scored 4 times already tonight. And I think where it is right here, that's exactly what I would do. Follow Ethan Sargent into the end zone once again.
Elkhart Central brought the heavies in, so they're expecting that as well.
Football inches short of the goal line. Third down and goal, Mishawaka. Fisher behind center. Mason the fullback. Fisher pushed into the end zone. Touchdown, Mishawaka. The 5th touchdown of the night for the sophomore quarterback, Justin Fisher.
No question on that one. His entire body is laying in the end.
Leave no doubt, right, Coach?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. All right. Great answer.
Absolutely. They didn't bleed the clock like we were hoping.
No,
but
yeah,
you'll take a big play by Donovan Snyder, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Snyder would tell you that he could have scored, but he wanted to burn some time.
Senior leadership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the extra point try from Connor George, the sophomore kicker, once again, as Addison barks out signals. Placement down, kick on the way, and it is good. 35-20. Mishawaka goes on top by 15 with 9:05 remaining. We'll take a timeout and then back with a kick on WSPT.
U.S. Signcrafters, innovative design, professional project management, quality manufacturing and installation. That's U.S. Signcrafters difference. If your company needs to make an impression, call U.S. Signcrafters. Hundreds of other businesses have, like Whirlpool Corporation, Legends of Notre Dame, and Granger Community Church. When you call U.S. Signcrafters, you can relax because your sign project is done professionally, on time, and on budget. Just like the new Alumni Plaza here at Mishawaka High School. Check out their work and learn more at USSigncrafters.com.
5 to play in the fourth quarter as Mishawaka extends its lead to 35-20. Donovan Snyder over 100 yards tonight. Justin Fisher just shy of 100 yards, but he has 5 touchdown runs.
Right.
The first time these two teams played, Donovan Snyder scored 3 touchdowns. He only had 54 rushing yards, but he scored 3 touchdowns and also had an interception playing defense. High end over end kick taken by Davis back at the 11-yard line. Davis going to the right, bounces outside toward the sideline, and he is pushed out by Devin Jimenez at the 30. Well, let's wait and see.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't
I don't
guess
even want to.
because odds are not in our favor.
31-yard line. Hey, I'm glad I didn't say what I originally thought I saw.
Most crews would like to put it on those big lines after it.
That's right. 1st and 10, Central from its own 31-yard line. Mishawaka goes back to 4 down linemen.
You've got Vinny Ambrose just checked in at tight end, so it's not a tight end body. Look for him to go out for a pass potentially.
Snap to Chandler, caught by Ballard, gets past the initial contact. Devon Parker is there. J.T. Thomas as well. The completion takes Central to, they give him progress, forward progress, all the way up to the 43, even though it
Nowhere
looked
near the 43, but that's okay.
well, and he ran backwards trying to get more yards out of that.
He caught
That was not a forward progress situation.
He caught the ball on the 40 because I looked.
That's a good point.
So, and then he went backwards.
Yeah,
I don't know where the
they
43
give him the
comes from.
43. That's the best spot of the night. Run right up the middle by Brownlee. He is going to be dropped as he gets to the 45. J.T. Thomas was the first man there, and then Nick Davis came up to help finish him off.
Nice tackle by Thomas. One-on-one tackle. That doesn't happen very often.
Not on that guy. And you've got over 1,900 yards. What's he got now for the night? Do you know, Vince?
I do know he's got 151 yards on 31 carries.
He'd be hard to tackle in a phone booth.
Chandler takes the shotgun snap, looks right under some pressure. He will dump it off underneath. It is taken by Brownlee as he gets all the way up to the Mishawaka 44-yard line, just short of the 45. I saw Derek Dawson get out of there. There were a couple of different cavemen there.
That was thrown to Brownlee, huh?
Yep.
All righty.
Elkhart Central in a little bit of a hurry up now.
Twins on each side. Chandler wants to throw, looking long over the middle, gets some pressure, still in the pocket. He will dump it off underneath to Brownlee once again. Brownlee gets past the defender, and he is tripped up at the 35. Making the tackle in space that time was Milan Burris. Well, 2 passes essentially out of desperation to the safety outlet, Mark Brownlee. I mean, that's the guy you want the ball in his hands anyway, and he makes a couple plays. 1st and 10 now from the 34. High snap that will just hand it to Brownlee. Runs to the left, trying to cut it back to the right. Grinding his way behind his own offensive lineman. Crosses the 30. Nick Davis there for Mishawaka making the tackle.
Well, I think Mishawaka was definitely helped out by Elkhart Central's offensive line there because Brownlee, I think, ran into 2 different guys while he was trying to pick his way forward. But like you said, Davis ends up with the tackle.
There's an official timeout.
Of course there is.
As Brownlee is bending over with his hands on his knees. I mean, he's on his feet. Okay.
44.
Now
going off
there's
for
Joe Willis.
Yeah, Joe's going off, and that's.
I didn't see him.
I don't know why.
I saw Whitehat talking to Brownlee.
yeah, and if he stopped it for him, he should have to come out of play as well.
Right.
Apparently not.
The play picked up 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5 from the 29. 7:08 to play in the 4th quarter. Mishawaka leads by 15 points. Play fake, quick out goes to Davis. Davis gets past the tackler, skipping his way inside the 15. It'll be a 1st down for Elkhart Central as Addison came over to make the tackle. Central on the move, though, quickly with 6:58 to play here in the 4th. This drive going quicker for Elkhart Central. Chandler from the shotgun, trips out to the left, ball on the right hash mark, pump fake. The slant is caught, and bouncing off 4 tacklers into the end zone goes Vinny Ambrose. Touchdown to Elkhart Central. There is a flag down at the 10-yard line. Well, we've got a conference by the officials.
Well, they're conferring with Ambrose, even though he's the one that scored the touchdown. He's the he's the offensive captain. So they are talking to him about what they want to do.
It is a personal foul face mask on Mishawaka. And Ambrose is asking the sideline if they want to decline. I mean, you scored a touchdown. Of course you wanted to.
Well, yeah, I realize he's a kid, but come on. Coach Haddock is trying to get that taken off of the he wants that put on the kickoff.
Right.
He was pointing back at the kickoff area. That's not how it works, Coach.
Right.
So they're going to have to decline that.
Yeah, there's still another play to come before.
Yeah,
before that.
It works that way on Sunday, but not here.
How many yards was that, Vince?
Hold on a second.
You can finish your.
It was 13 yards.
High snap. The kick is good, and it'll make it an 8-point game once again. 35-27 as Elkhart Central responds. 6:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Let's take a timeout on WSBT.
Are you ready for lunch?
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
I'm not sure. Want a taco about it? Let's not burrito around the bush. Do we really need to guacamole it over?
Jalapeno poppin' down the Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill.
Tell them it just passed division on McKinley in Mishawaka.
They cater too, don't they?
Not you worry about that. If you have an event, then they have you covered. From tacos to fajita bars to all your favorite sides. Check them out at MontereyMexican.com.
Monterey Mexican Grill. You know it's what you want.
6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter with Mishawaka leading Elkhart Central 35-27.
So Elkhart Central has really struggled stopping the Mishawaka offense. So Keith Kinder is taking no chance in the 6:40 to go in the game. He's got his hands team out on the field expecting an onside kick.
Smart.
And Justin Fisher, the quarterback, is the deep man.
They are going to add the penalty to the kickoff.
Wow. So they're going to kick off from the Mishawaka 45. Did Josh Shattuck talk him into something?
He was talking to them.
And I'm not sure on the. I may be wrong on the rule, but I don't know. You can't decline it, and Elkhart Central visibly declined that penalty.
That's a very good point. They did decline the penalty. So how is this? You got me, man. It is going to be an onside kick, and it is going to be fielded on a couple of hops by Milan Burris. Some extra shoving after the play. A flag comes down.
Walk away, boys. Walk away. Too big of a game.
It's probably going to go against Mishawaka as well. Just from what I saw, but I guess we'll wait and see. Another conference.
Well, even if this is against Mishawaka, I almost think, just based on the success that Mishawaka has had offensively, that gives them more yards and more time to take off the clock.
It is a personal foul on the Caveman, and the football was spotted at the Mishawaka 24-yard line. So they'll walk it back with 6:39 now to play in the fourth. Mishawaka leading 35-27. It'll be half the distance to the goal, and Mishawaka will have the football at its own 12.
First downs right now is the most important thing. Spring is not first down top in the clock run.
Drew Mason will be the fullback. Justin Fisher the quarterback. Fowler the right halfback. Snyder the left halfback on the wings. Fisher comes up under center with 39 to play. He will keep it himself and go to the left. Fisher up to the 15, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Every team has their 4-minute drill. You've heard of a 2-minute drill when you're behind and need to score, but when you're ahead, you have a 4-minute offense. Ball carriers have to hang on to the ball with 2 hands. Quarterbacks will let that play clock run down to almost nothing, and Mishawaka's in that 4-minute offense with 6 minutes to go.
Clock winding down towards 6 and 8 on the play clock now. A dive to Drew Mason. He'll take it up to the 19, where it'll be 3rd down. Third down and 3, Mishawaka, with 5:45 to play in the 4th quarter. A big 3rd down coming up here with Mishawaka leading by 8 and 5:35 remaining.
Look for the option pitch outside right here. It has worked well all night.
Motion Snyder, toss playing the ball on the ground. Elkhart Central recovers at the 15-yard line.
Pitch was behind them. First time they've run the toss all night. I'm sure they had the same idea. Let's get them on the edge with the toss play. But the pitch was a little bit behind, and Donovan Snyder could not catch the ball, and Elkhart Central has new life at the 15-yard line.
Now it's on the defense. 5:25 remaining, and an 8-point game. Mishawaka leading, but the first turnover of the night for Mishawaka comes at the most inopportune time at its own 15-yard line. Chandler from the shotgun. Brownlee will be to his right. Twins out to the right. Handoff Brownlee. Bounces out to the right. And opening up the middle, he is upended by Donovan Snyder, but not before he gets to the 7-yard line. An 8-yard pickup for Brownlee on first down.
Gaping hole being opened up right now by the Elkhart Central offensive line. Mishawaka's defense showing some fatigue.
The Cavemen have gone back to a 4-man, 4-down front. Nobody covering the center. High snap goes to Chandler. Handoff Brownlee goes left across the 5 down to the 4-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal with 4:43 to play here in the 4th quarter. And Mishawaka trying to protect an 8-point lead. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Chandler from the shotgun, pulls away from center, looks to the sideline, comes back, marks some signals to his offensive line. Snapping the handoff to Brownlee. Brownlee goes to the right, tries to get around the corner, but he can't. He is stopped in the backfield for a loss. Derek Dawson, one of the first men there for Mishawaka. They'll push him back to the 6.
Yeah, it was a great job by the Mishawaka defense to string out that play. Central thought they had something on the outside, and Mishawaka did a good job of shutting it down.
One of the few times tonight Brownlee has not gained positive yardage. 2nd and goal from the 6, 4:14 to go in the 4th. Chandler from the shotgun once again on 2nd and goal from the Mishawaka 6. The handoff to Brownlee. Brownlee up the middle. He is tripped up as Derek Dawson shot up through there and got a piece of him, and Gavin Eggendorfer finished it as he crossed the line of scrimmage and managed to get up to the 4-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Brownlee has had success on those cutbacks, and that time Mishawaka did not over-pursue, and they had good gap responsibility, made the play for a 2-yard gain.
3rd and goal now from the 4. Handoff Brownlee trying to get to the goal line. He doesn't. He is stopped short. Not sure where the spot is going to be, and I won't speculate as J.T. Thomas and T.J. Rux converge to make the stop. 4th and goal coming up for Elkhart Central at the 1-yard line. Tyler Fair in on the defensive line now for Mishawaka. T.J. Rux as well. Gavin Eggendorfer. and Bo Brown. 4th and goal at the 1, and Central calls a timeout.
Mishawaka called
Nope,
it.
Mishawaka called it. 3:04 to play in the 4th quarter. It is Mishawaka 35, Elkhart Central 27. 4th and goal at the 1 for Central after this on WSBT.
Hi, this is Doug Reckleitner of Reckleitner Door Sales and Service. 1979. In sports, Pittsburgh was known as the city of champions, while Magic and Larry Legend became household names when Michigan State beat Indiana State to be the kings of college basketball. 40 years ago, my dad started this company hoping to become a household name in servicing and installing garage doors, and his dream came true. Today, our goal continues to be satisfying each and every customer. Thanks for making us a household name when it comes to your garage door. Reckleitner Door. Call 295-6311.
Elkhart Central facing 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the sectional championship game. Mishawaka leads 35-27 after Mishawaka's first fumble of the night. Central took over at the 15, and now it's 4th down, and they are a yard away from the end zone. Chandler will be in the shotgun, both Brownlee and Davis back there with him. Brownlee to his right, high snap. The handoff goes to Brownlee. He jumps into the end zone up the middle. Touchdown, Elkhart Central.
He might have leaped a little early. Mishawaka did a nice job of standing him up, but I think when he landed on his feet, he was able to spin out into the end zone.
So a 1-yard touchdown run, and Central has to go for 2. Well, they don't have to, but
they most likely
they're going to try to tie it up. There's still 3:05 remaining.
Central's going to take a timeout here to talk about what they want to do. You want to keep your jersey. Well, and all jobs.
I didn't mean to insinuate that they were forced to, but again, now you're at the point where you all but got to go for 2.
All jobs are open in Elkhart, right? That's what they tell me.
That's right. So, I don't think it's going to get too fancy right here. I would be shocked if anybody, but number 23, Mark Brownlee, touches the football here.
I would agree.
Elkhart Central made a late charge the first time these two teams played when Mishawaka got on top 22-3. The Cavemen have been on top by 15 points a couple of times tonight, but Elkhart Central is a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. There's 3:01 remaining as the two teams take the field.
Same formation as the last play. They've got a fullback right behind the left guard. Split backs.
Mishawaka will have 5 down linemen. Chandler from the shotgun. Brownlee to his right on the 2-point strike. The snap is bobbled, and it is taken away. Javon Parker with it.
Can't do that.
Running back the other way. You can't return it in high school. But it's a fumble, and Elkhart Central will give it back to Mishawaka, the Cavemen, with a 2-point lead with 3:01 remaining.
Bobbled snap threw the timing off, and I think Brownlee was a little hurried. He might instead of waiting for the snap, he might have been in a hurry, but the snap was bobbled through the timing of the playoff, and Chandler was tackled and fumbled.
I'll tell you what, Coach, and I don't know how you feel about this, but the exchange in the backfield for Central has been just a little uncomfortable most of the day. Like one was on his hip, and it just looked like Brownlee just gets a nice head start, and the quarterback just doesn't get it in there cleanly.
There's been a few times when that ball has been on his hip, when it's been bobbled. That time, it cost him 2 points. Here we go with the onside kick again.
I'll just point out real quickly, that's the second fumble recovery for Javon Parker tonight. Remember, he recovered the punt that bounced off Ambrose earlier that Mishawaka turned into a touchdown.
And if this game was on Saturday, that would have been 2 points.
That's right.
The other way.
He was off to the races. So the hands team is on the field for Mishawaka, leading by 2 points with 3:01 remaining. Ramirez on the approach. Gives it, and it goes off the face mask of a Mishawaka player. It looks like he recovers. Mishawaka saying he did.
Yeah, Mishawaka got a break. This ball was kicked, I think, was it to Burris again?
I think so, yeah.
And the last time he made a great catch and fell down on it. This time it bounced funny off his face mask, but it hit the back of a Mishawaka front lineman, and the ball bounced back to Burris, and he was able to jump on it.
Mishawaka's entire team is over on the sideline right now, and the offense will run out together. The ball's going to be on the left hash mark. Cavemen with the football at their own 45-yard line. Those are the football at the 45 with 2:59 remaining.
No timeouts, I believe, for Central, so one first down wins this game for you.
35-33, Mishawaka. The Cavemen trying to win a second consecutive sectional championship. Justin Fisher, the quarterback, keeps it himself after faking the dive. He will take it up 4 yards to the 49.
Vince, I'm going to go out on a limb and bet that there won't be any tosses.
I would say that that's a very safe bet, Coach.
Well, I was about to say, with the night Fisher has had, 5 touchdown runs and now over 100 yards, he might just go keepers right and left,
We're
depending
going
on.
to see a lot of fullback and a lot of quarterback, I think, for the next 2.5 minutes.
A 5-man front for Elkhart Central. 7 on the play clock. Fisher takes the snap. He keeps it and goes himself across the 40. Justin Fisher heading for the touchdown. His 6th of the night. Mishawaka goes back on top by 8.
This is a great night, and this is coach speak. Boys, that's the only way you can lose the game, by him scoring.
Too soon.
if he would have went down at the 5, they win the game. He scores, and now we've got to kick the ball back to Elkhart Central.
Well, that makes this PAT very, very big.
Yeah.
It's an 8-point game right now with 2:13 remaining.
Bill Sharp just drove off the road somewhere, and we said he scored.
And I mean, there aren't too many high school kids who are going to have the presence, to go down when they're in the open field.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. You can't. Yeah.
The snap to Addison George with the kick, and it is just good inside the right upright. It's a 9-point Mishawaka lead, 42-33. And again, 6 touchdown runs tonight by the sophomore quarterback, Justin Fisher. Back with kickoff after this on WSBT.
For many seniors, going without means going hungry. Seniors often live on fixed incomes and are vulnerable to hunger. I'm Mary Jo Martinek with the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. 15% of senior households in our community have indicated that they choose between food and medical care. Together, let's give seniors the peace of mind and improved health that comes with having enough nutritious food to eat. Find out how you can help at feedindiana.org.
2:13 to play here in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka goes on top 42-33 after a 51-yard touchdown run by Justin Fisher. Touchdown number 6 for the sophomore tonight. He came into the night with 1,081 yards and 11 touchdowns. He's over the century mark in 6 touchdown runs. The kickoff return coming up the field, slow developing as Vinny Ambrose just picks his way up close to the 33. Central will have it with 2:06 remaining, down by 9.
I suppose I should explain myself, Sean. Right now, Mishawaka, Elkhart Central has the offensive back. If they go down and score, even if they get a 2-point conversion or a 1, they get the opportunity to onside kick.
Exactly.
Again. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying he shouldn't have scored, but boy, you would have loved it if he didn't
Just
score.
using more clock is the name of the game right now. Pass out to the left, incomplete as Chandler threw over there, 2nd and 10.
And if I'm Elkhart Central, my best bet to score again is still Brownlee.
Absolutely. No, and really, that's kind of what happened. The 2 big plays by Mishawaka tonight have both been in situations where really your entire goal was really just to use clock and keep it away. But they ended up scoring early, and it has inadvertently helped Central kind of get back into things.
Exactly. Yep. 2 big plays, a play by Snyder and that one by Fisher.
Again, you're not going to tell a kid, Chandler wants to throw out to the right. It is high and incomplete once again. Closest man there was Mishawaka cornerback Devin Jimenez.
And Sharpie told the story, and I'm going to screw this up, but before I got there in 2000, they had some great teams, and Keith Kinder quarterbacked two back-to-back state championship teams. Matty Lewinsky, the defensive line coach, was also on those teams. But they had a guy that fell down at the 3-yard line, did not want to score because he knew that was the only way to lose.
Is that call you just got there in the time?
Yep.
My kid went down. Brownlee up the middle, trying to bounce outside, gets past the tackler. Brownlee to the 50-yard line. They'll have a first down. They'll stop him right at midfield as Donovan Snyder gets up Mark Brownlee.
No, Sharpie called me during the timeout and said, I'm calling Keith Kinder on Monday.
Clock winds at 1:47 to play here in the fourth. Mishawaka leading by 9. Central with a football. Chandler wants to throw. Time the pocket. Throws deep down the middle. He's going to overthrow everybody. Yeah. No, that's funny because as you said, Bill Sharp, Keith Kinder's coach at Jimtown, and he said that he doesn't mind if you critique him on the air because he knows that you'd say the same thing to his face, and the same goes for what Sharpie would say to him. That's paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he told me.
I'm telling you, I've known Keith for a long, long time, and he is a head football coach. He has grown into this job and does a great job here at Mishawaka.
Toss to Brownlee, bounces off 2 tackles, takes it up to the Mishawaka 46. Eggendorfer brings him down. The clock will run with 1:28 to play.
I know the Mishawaka community was saddened when Bart went to Warsaw, but I will also tell you, you have a great one here in Keith Kinder.
Snap to Chandler, looks to the left, throws over the middle. It is caught by Ambrose, gets past a couple of defenders, takes it all the way up to the 22-yard line. As the middle linebacker, Derek Dawson, back there to make the tackle. 1:12 remaining, and Central not going away. They're coming on with Mishawaka leading 42-33, trying to finish it off. Chandler takes a snap, looking left, under pressure, steps away from it. Now he's going to be dropped for a loss and a sack. Bo Brown brings him down, and the clock will wind with under a minute to play.
Taking a while for those Elkhart Central receivers to get lined up as the clock still runs.
Mishawaka, as you would expect, keeping the safeties back down the left sideline, broken up on the far side of the field.
Good hand. Playing man coverage underneath, 2 deep zone. The safety Burris came over, but a nice hand by the corner.
Burris and Parker both over there to help break that up. 40 seconds now remaining. It is 3rd down and 20 for Elkhart Central from the Mishawaka 28. Chandler from the shotgun, twins on each side. Chandler to throw, finds him on the seam. The catch is made. Ambrose makes the grab. Jimenez makes the tackle. Down to the 9-yard line goes Elkhart Central with 35 seconds remaining. Trips to the left side, and Chandler comes up under center and will take the snap and spike it right away. So that'll stop the clock with 32.3 seconds left. They're going to
field goal.
Go ahead and kick a field goal, yeah.
Yeah, not. They're down 9. So a touchdown does not help. If I kick the field goal, it brings me within 3 and an onside kick and a big play, and I win the game.
Cameron Wiltfong will be the holder. Ramirez is the kicker. Ball on the right hash mark. The kick is up, and it is good.
Get the onside kick. Handstein ready again.
How many yards was that field goal?
I'm working on it, Coach. A little ball.
Like a 25-yard field goal. And we will have an onside kick coming up. 42-36, a 6-point Mishawaka lead with 29.8 seconds left. Timeout and then kickoff after this on WSBT.
A stylish new garage door can change the entire look of your home. At Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, you can choose from traditional carriage house or other striking residential looks that will update the curb appeal of your home instantly. Visit Industrial Door of Northern Indiana's showroom at 3839 South Main Street in South Bend, or entire gallery including lifestyle overhead and Mystic motorized garage screen doors at IndustrialDoorNI.com. Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, providing quality sales, service, and installation of commercial and residential overhead doors.
6-point game, 29.8 seconds left. Another onside try coming up for Elkhart Central. They've tried the exact same one twice, and here it comes. Hard squib, and it's going to be fallen on by Derek Dawson, and that will seal it for the Cavemen. All Mishawaka is going to have to do is take a snap and kneel on it once, and they will defeat Elkhart Central.
This was a good football game, man. This was a good football game.
Really good football game. And Mishawaka will host Valparaiso, assuming they win. Do we have a final on that yet? Big lead right now, Fort.
I think it was 34-0.
And that'll probably be a 7:30 kickoff next week as well, since Valpo will come over from Central Time. Victory formation for the Cavemen. Oh, and all kinds of glare that we have on our windshield there. That was fun. Can you slide over real quick?
It looked more like a selfie.
Exactly right. So I'll get some fresh air.
That is right. Ooh, could have done that about an hour ago.
That's right. Mishawaka holds off Elkhart Central 42-36. The Cavemen claim their second consecutive sectional championship after winning a 4A sectional last year. They win a 5A sectional this year, and for the second consecutive week, Mishawaka shuts down a football program from Elkhart. They defeated Memorial last week. They defeat Central this week, and in both cases, the last high school football game for each program, Memorial and Central, as the two teams merge next year. So we will take a timeout. We're going to have plenty for you coming up in the post-game show. A big night for Justin Fisher, the sophomore quarterback. 6 touchdowns tonight. I've got a feeling he could be the Rossini's Pizza carry of the game. But we will do that. We've also got the Jays Crunchers hit of the game, post-game stats, the scoreboard show still coming up as well. A lot to come as we wrap things up here at Rice Field. 42-36, Mishawaka over Elkhart Central. We'll be back with the post-game show right after this on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.